Okay, so basically this thing should be correctly ready, right? Okay. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Can somebody confirm if the audio is coming fine or not, please? Can I get a confirmation? Hello? Okay, guys, looks all good, all set. Yeah, target lock. Hold on a second, bro. I'm doing a live stream after like, oh my god, I don't know. It's been so long since I last did a live stream. Let's hope some people join. Yeah, let's come back to the question. In Cyberpunk 20. Hold on a second. Yeah, let me just quickly set up my phone. Yeah. Okay. In Cyberpunk 2077, the shadows load very late when I get the object. This problem occurs in GTA 5, but in Cyberpunk 20. Might be a streaming issue. Although I have played Cyberpunk quite a lot on my on a hard drive, that to an external hard drive. Never had such streaming issues. Maybe you just wait for a few seconds for everything to load up and then you can play smoothly. Streaming issues happen. I have seen it in Forza Horizon 5. There is severe streaming issues. Like there is no lag, but it just you know, things don't load up at the right time. Disconnect Samsung Flow. Otherwise, I'll keep getting these notifications. It's like this all the time. I have increased the level of detail to high, but still doesn't work. I have a 1650 laptop. I don't know, man. It's difficult to say what can be the reason. It's definitely some sort of like texture issue, obviously, because I mean, okay. So Karthike, he asks MSI Brow 15 price drop होगा या 49,999 ही रहेगा. uh, ले लेना चाहिए, वेट करें. Guy, yeah, you can take it, bro. It's a it's an awesome deal. It's a good deal. Yeah. I mean, 50,000 rupees, man. What else can you expect? Target lock, please don't discuss irrelevant topics on the stream. Let me see if some other people join or not. Let's just share my. Just share this link to the Telegram group. By the way, guys, I have a Telegram group. Link is in the description. I mean, it is Telegram channel. I normally share the all the whenever I find a good laptop deal or something, whatever good deal tech related, I share it in that group. I'll be opening a full discussion group, and I still haven't, because I still don't know how am I going to manage everything, because I had a Discord, and it was a really live Discord. There was a lot of people discussing, like almost 1,000 people were there over there. And yeah, after a point of time I was not able to manage. I had my full-time office and all that thing, and I was not unable to manage everything, and the Discord group just went to hell. Like, it was just trash. Yeah, let me just share it to my Instagram channel. Target locked. Thanks, man. I'm flattered. Thank you so much. Should I wait to buy RTX 3050 laptops till New Year? I don't know, man. The prices are really good. It's amazing actually. What I find is that in this sale, it's the mid-range laptops that have got the best discounts. So I think it's safe to purchase it right now. I mean, uh, I don't think prices will drop like even further. I mean, I think 3050 laptops coming at around the 65,000 rupees price range is pretty fine, because 1650 laptops used to be such price when they came out way back. And I think the 3050 laptops are, I think it's pretty good. I would say it's a pretty good price for 3050. Even like, let's say 1 year ago, you could see abundance of GTX 1650 laptops in this 65,000 rupees price range. Now they have dropped in price, let's say like below 60,000 rupees. But even just a year ago, you could find GTX 1650 laptops for 65,000 rupees. So it was pretty crazy. Target locked. I'm gonna have to ban you if you continue asking such questions, irrelevant questions on the stream, man. Come on, man. We are all grown-ups now. Let me just reduce my monitor brightness a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. My laptop is F15 2021 NVMe SSD. Yeah, yeah, everything supports NVMe. Just open up the laptop and see if there's one notch or two notches. If there's two notches, it's most likely it doesn't support NVMe, but it should support. It should have just one notch. Best gaming laptop under 63K with decent battery. That would be the HP Victus with the RX 5500M. Although that's way below 63K. So at around the 60K price range, I don't think there is anything that has got really good battery life. It's either like having very high performance, or yeah, either high performance or like or it's like no man's land. So basically, if you want to get a battery life, you have to jump towards a 60, 7-8K range. You can have card discounts and all that on the Asus TUF A15. Let's see. You can see SBI debit cards. You can get additional discount if you have an SBI debit card. I think you can get up to like 3,000 or so discount and bring it down to 65K. For 63K, I don't think there is anything special over there. Sanket Pardeshi asks, is there any good site in India to buy pre-built PC? Normally I would say that MD Computers is pretty good, but I don't know they do pre-built PCs or not. No, I normally don't recommend pre-built PCs, guys. I think it is better if you just go to these, if you approach these retailers, so those like MD Computers, Vedant Computers, if you approach them and build a PC configuration on your own, they will build it for you, and they'll obviously ask a little bit of charge, but I think it's better than buying a pre-built PC, in my opinion. Spider-Man on my 1650 laptop lags a lot. What do you expect from a 1650 laptop playing Spider-Man? I think it's because of the RAM. I don't know how much RAM do you have, and maybe you require an SSD for this game. I think modern games coming out starting to require SSD because they are starting to implement the Microsoft DirectX direct storage API, which has increased the streaming capacity by a lot. So difficult to say. I haven't played these games, man. Arfraz, hey Diptesh bro, you remember help me buying a laptop 1660 Ti ROG 512 works awesome. Yep, I remember. I think it was you and a couple other guy also. Another person also bought the 1660 Ti Asus ROG. How much was the cost? I think it was 80,000 something. I don't remember the cost. I forgot. RX 6500M or GTX 1650 casual gaming coding streaming is priority. I would say, since you say streaming is the priority, I would ask you to go for the GTX 1650 just because software like OBS and Streamlabs, they kind of support the NVENC encoder a little bit better than the our AMD encoder. Although I must say, recently OBS has been updated by a lot, and it now supports AMD's encoder really well. So I would say, I would still say go for the GTX 1650. You just have to compromise a little bit, lower the settings levels, lower the graphical settings, and play. So if you are planning to stream, I would say go for the GTX 1650 laptop. And yeah, definitely go for, like, at least add 16 gigabytes of RAM. Streaming is very demanding, guys. Agad RP, Victus has faulty BIOS update. I really don't know about it because we don't normally do BIOS updates unless something is broken and it is like mentioned by the BIOS manufacturer itself that it is required to update the BIOS. So I haven't personally encountered anything like that. Um, my friend is using the HP Victus as the daily driver, but I would say, um, I would say that you know the 5500M would be better for gaming. However, yeah, it's difficult to say. Which one should you get, man? You have a BIOS problem. Let's see. If the laptop is bricked by HP, right? It is not your fault. It's HP's fault. Then you are obviously, I think, due for a replacement. I'm not sure uh, how HP is treating this, or HP has addressed this issue or not. Because I've been hearing this thing by a lot of people, but yeah. Mm, Problem with the HP Pavilion gaming is that it's really outdated. The ports are very poor. Like, it's just having one USB 3.0, one HDMI out, whereas the HP Victus can do multiple displays. Like, you can do two display outs at the same time. Performance is better, cooling is better, uh, battery life is just like so amazing. So that's the reason I just recommend the HP Victus. So I think you can take a chance and get the HP Victus and just don't do any BIOS updates. I mean, why would you do a BIOS update, guys? I have never done BIOS update in my life, actually. So how much performance leap is the RTX 2050 compared to GTX 1650 or Ti? So Jonas, the 45 watt RTX 2050 is actually about, let's say, like about like 15%, like a solid 15% better than a 1650. A fully powered 1650 50 watts versus a 45 watt 2050. There is a significant difference. Like, I would say, 10 FPS, 10 to 12 FPS at the low end. That's a big difference, right? 10 to 12 FPS. Now, if you compare it against, I'm talking about without DLSS. Now, DLSS will improve it further. But if you're talking about 35 watt 2050 that is present in the Acer Aspire, that is not that much of a difference. Like, let's say 5-6 FPS up or low. So that's the thing. I think if you're talking about the Acer Aspire, right, I think it's a really underrated laptop for those people who require a laptop for productivity. They want to do video editing. They want to do, they want to work on 3D modeling like Blender and all those things. For that, the RTX 2050 can be a really amazing laptop, along with the i5 1240p, which has ID60 graphics. So if you're something like a Premier user, you can actually get this Acer Aspire 5. I think it's perfect for budget Premier users because Premier is well optimized for Intel, and also it's got the RTX encoder. So both RTX NVENC and Intel ID60 graphics can work together in Premiere Pro, and you can get some amazing video production out of this laptop on a budget. And also Blender. In Blender, you can utilize uh, the optics rendering engine of RTX 2050, and it will destroy many powerful laptops when you're using optics. So yeah. Arfra says, I was a sucker for getting offline only. Yeah, that's fine, bro. Whatever is your wish, obviously. Aditya says, was thinking of doing going with Dell G15 RTX 3050. Are there laptops better than that in the similar price category under 75K? Yes, bro, definitely. I would say, I think uh, in terms of raw value, I would say where is the Lenovo? The Lenovo Ideapad. It's got the same, full wattage RTX 3050 when you compare it to the Dell, and also it's got the Ryzen 7 5800H. So it's just, I would say it's a better value compared to the Dell. And the Dell doesn't have like a huge battery or something. The Dell has, I think, a 51 watt hour battery, and the IdeaPad has a 45 watt hour battery. So if you can optimize Windows, you can manage battery life. So I feel in this sale in Big Billion Day 2022, I don't think there is like enough compelling features with the Dell G15 that you should buy it over this. Yeah, that's what I frankly think. That's why I didn't recommend the Dell in this season. I recommended the Lenovo Ideapad. I think the Lenovo Ideapad, this particular model, has stolen the show in the 65,000 rupees price range. So yeah. Three, I don't know how to say your name. Brother, is battery life important for engineering colleges? Because Ideapad deal is amazing. Bro, battery life, see, gaming laptops hasn't have good battery life since many years now. It's after Ryzen 4000 is when we saw gaming laptops having good battery life. And I've been using my Acer Helios 300 like for 4 years now, which I'm gonna upgrade next year when I buy a new laptop. So I have used laptops with terrible battery life all throughout my college life. I have used laptops that doesn't even turn on without plugging in. Like my first laptop was a second-hand laptop, the battery was busted, and I actually used the laptop without a battery. Even when I took it to college, I used to plug it in the the plug point and then used to use the laptop. So I think battery life is a very like amazing thing if you have good battery life. Once you use the laptop with good battery life, then you'll realize. But for the deal, I would say the 65,000 rupees deal is so amazing that I think you can forego the battery life, and you can actually get out like eke out like I think 4 or 5 hours of battery life out of this IdeaPad if you can optimize the Windows and try to minimize the background utilization and all those things. So yeah. How good is the HP Pavilion Gaming 15 with the Ryzen 7 5800H? Now the Ryzen 7 5800H HP Pavilion is a laptop that I kind of don't tend to recommend. That's because um, that's because it's really old, and I doubt that the chassis, the cooling solution, can actually handle the 5800H because it is actually like it kind of struggles these days to even like manage the thermals of 6 core Ryzen 5600H. So that's the reason, and also the ports are quite poor. I think it needed a better overhaul than HP has given. Like look at this IdeaPad, right? This IdeaPad actually has updated cooling solution, whereas it looks the same like the previous version, but the cooling solution has been upgraded. Like let me show you. Like it now has this type of cooling solution where the fans are spread apart, whereas the HP Pavilion with the Ryzen 7 5800H and 3050, that one has still the same old, the fans together and two heat pipes going into one radiator type of solution. And I don't think that can really handle a 5800H, especially in summers. So that's the reason I don't recommend that HP Pavilion. By the way, guys, just a request, a small request. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe. And if you like my channel and you are also interested in other technology like smartphones and other commercial gadgets like cameras and all that, then you can take a look at my other channel, the Tech Station 365. You can go to my channel and you'll find the link to my other channel and subscribe there. And other thing is that if you have been watching my channel for some time and you have got value out of my channel, you have learned something, then feel free to donate. You can donate through super chat, or you can go to the links down in the description and you can purchase whatever you wish, whatever laptop you look to purchase, you can purchase it using the links in the description. That helps other channel a lot. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much. ZS game. Okay, Jonas says sometimes manage 5 to 5.6 light use. Just need to make some. Jonas, yeah, you are absolutely correct. That's what I say to people. You have to like little bit optimize the windows, the way the background processes work. See, it's all about the battery capacity and the system usage, the power usage of a system, right? Now, if your system is using too much power, like let's say your CPU like is being forced to work overtime, like there are a lot of background users, like processes that is using the CPU. Obviously, you'll get poor battery life, right? It's not the fault of the Ryzen processor. The Ryzen processor is actually super efficient. Okay, and if you can optimize the windows so that it doesn't overuse the Ryzen processor, you will actually get pretty good battery life. Like the HP Pavilion can actually manage 6 hours of battery life using normal web browsing, you writing some office tasks, doing some office tasks, and watching some YouTube and all those things. It can actually I'm talking about after 1 year of usage, it can still manage 6 hours of battery life. So it's all about optimizing windows. With Intel, I can understand. Yeah, it's kind of messed up with Intel, still consuming a lot of battery life even after Alder Lake with all the efficiency cores and all that. It still utilizes a lot more battery life. So yeah, you just have to optimize Windows, guys. Best gaming laptop under 55,000. Um, Yeah, under 55,000 rupees, I would say just go and buy the HP Victus with the RX 5500M, and then then add another 8 gigabytes of RAM. Get another 8 gigabytes of RAM from ADATA or Crucial or whatever, and just enjoy. Best gaming laptop for college going students and also play Valorant with 144 FPS. I would say go for the MSI Bravo. I think you will enjoy it the most. It's got a good processor, good CPU, good GPU, and a high refresher display. And it's really cheap at just 50,000 rupees. Brother, can you make a video on optimizing Windows? I have actually made a video on optimizing Windows. It's a very simple video. I have actually taught you how you can understand whether your how you can understand whether your CPU is being overused or not, whether Windows is behaving normally or not. You can go and take a look at my channel. There's a video called how to optimize how to increase gaming laptop battery life. In that video, I have shown you like how you can actually figure out if your Windows is behaving properly or not, and then how you can optimize it, right? So yeah. Sai Deepak Malisetti, RX 6600M MSI R15 worth it or not? Okay, I have talked about this laptop in one of my videos and I got a lot of backlash. Open that one of the tabs. Okay, let me open that laptop. Okay, so this is the laptop that a lot of people are talking about. So here's my thing with this laptop, right? It costs 85,000 rupees, and some good things about this laptop is that obviously it's got a Ryzen 7 1500H. It's got a good quality 144 display, not a trash display. It's got a really good quality 144 display. It also has a really big battery life, a battery size of 90 watt hours. So it's got good processor and it got a good nice big battery for all day battery life. It's got a good display. My main problem with this laptop is that at 85,000 rupees, the RX 6600M is a really good GPU for gaming. It's got 8 gigabytes of graphics, so it's actually pretty good for gaming. It's actually slightly faster than a 95 watt RTX 3060, slightly faster than RTX 3060. And overall, the laptop cost is also low, right? You're getting a good display, you're getting a good processor, right? And you're getting a massive battery. You're getting everything. But the problem with the RX 6600M is that, and with every AMD GPU in the market at the moment, or in the modern times, you can say, they are really not versatile in my opinion. It is really good for gaming. RDNA 2 has shown how good it is at gaming, but it's really poor in the productivity department. So it makes the laptop little bit, one dimensional. So it's good for gaming, but if you want to do video editing, if you want to do, let's say, streaming, you want to stream your games, if you want to do Blender work, you want to do 3D modeling and all those things, any kind of productivity work, there the RTX 3060 just pulls way ahead of the uh, RX 6600M. It's just no contest. It's got no competition, and that's my problem with this laptop. As a person who will buy a laptop like 85,000 rupees, or that is nearly 90,000 rupees cost, you would want it to be very versatile, right? But this is not as versatile as I want it to be at this price range. It's a good laptop, but the RX 6600M is bit too much. It's just gaming oriented. It is not as good as the RTX 3060 in many other department. Also, let's talk about DLSS, right? DLSS 2.0 is legit better than FSR 2.0. It is actually a significant difference, I would say, especially at 1080p. The problem with FSR 2.0 is not with details. FSR 2.0 can actually resolve a lot of details without having to use machine learning, and can be used on any devices, any GPUs. But the problem is that there is a lot of like ghosting and shimmering effects. Like the image is not stable, like especially when there is transparency effects, like let's say the smoke effect. The smoke is transparent, right? So anything that is being shown through the smoke becomes really pixelated. It becomes really unstable and pixelated. And there is disocclusion feature when you move and you expose a new part of the scene that was previously hidden. It becomes really artifacty. It becomes very pixelated. So RTX 3060 laptops can be had for 90,000 rupees. You can get a Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3, right? This one with an RTX 3060 95 watt, 16 gigabytes of RAM, so more RAM than the MSI. It's got a good quality display, 165 Hz, 100% sRGB display. The only con of this laptop is a 45 watt battery, so the battery is very small. So, but even then, I would like prefer having this Ideapad over the MSI RX 6600M, like Delta 15. I think that's one. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. So that was my long story. It's a good laptop, but I feel the Radeon GPUs, the RX 5000, RX 6000, is a little bit too much, one dimensional in my opinion. Bro, Victus versus Omen, which one is better with the similar specification? Just a hypothetical question, Aryan. So, Aryan, Victus is basically a plastic version of the Omen. They have the same cooling solution, the same displays, but the build quality on the Omen is a little bit better. It's called a metal deck, and the top lid is also more solid than the Victus. So they actually have the same internal specifications. The build and design, everything is the same. But the Omen is a little bit higher build quality. That's all. Melvin says Matthew John. I use Matthew John. Matthew John says I use TUF 15. Doesn't offer huge pattern, but they are display. Yeah, Melvin, that's fine, but it's something you can do manually as well, and you don't need to disable the GPU manually with the with in the Asus whatever it's called Armory Crate or something like that. You can manually do it, and the dedicated GPU sleeps. It's dormant when you don't use it. Only when you manually, like only when you use an application that is using the GPU, is when the GPU wakes up. Yes, you can manually disable it using Armory Crate, and even in Windows you can do it. You just go to the device manager and right click on the dedicated GPU and disable it. That's how you disable it. And panel power saver is basically dropping the refresh rate automatically to 60 Hz. So again, that is something you can do manually. But yeah, Asus gives these options, automatic options, so that's pretty good. But you can do this with any laptop manually. I have a budget of 55,000 rupees. What laptop can I buy as a student so I can use it for everything? Shinoy, I would say just go and buy the HP Victus. I would say that's my preference actually. You can buy the HP Victus, or you can buy this Asus TUF A17 with a huge battery. So any of the two you can buy, right? Rohit Gangula, don't make this mistake, bro. Come on, don't make this mistake. Why would you buy an RTX 3050 laptop for 90,000 rupees? Do you want something better? Here, buy this one. Just buy this. Just buy this. It's a Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3. It's got a Ryzen 7 5800H. It's got an RTX 3060 95 watt. It will destroy your 3050 Asus ROG. Why would you buy an RTX 3050 laptop at 90,000 rupees? That is foolish. Just buy this. And if you don't want a really high quality display, then you can buy the you can buy this one, Asus TUF A15. So the Asus ROG that you want, that you're planning to buy with the, that is at 90,000 rupees with RTX 3050, that also has a really trash screen. It has a basic 144 Hz 65% NTSC display, sRGB display. So you can instead get this one. It also is 90,000 rupees. It's got the same Ryzen 7 5800H. Not the same. I would say it's got a 1500H, but the 1600H is not a big upgrade over 1500H. It's barely like a 5-6% percentage difference. So just buy this one. You're getting a much better GPU, like almost 30-35% on average better, and the difference can go as high as 50-60%. Just buy this Asus TUF A15 or the Ideapad Gaming 3. Yeah, the links are down in the description. If you purchase on the links, that helps. But yeah, I just wanted to say this. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second, guys. Fixing some things. Okay. Okay. Back, guys. Legion 5 RTX 3050 with mux switch 65K and highlighter. No, I would not recommend the Legion 5. That's because the Legion 5 has a really bad CPU. The i5 10500H is not even close to the Ryzen 5 4600H. It is not even close. I'm telling you. And the i5 10500H is very inefficient. You will have very bad experience with battery life. And it overheats like crazy during summers, I'll tell you. So I just won't recommend. Just because of a mux switch, I won't recommend. No. I would instead ask you to purchase either the Asus TUF A15 or the Lenovo Ideapad with the Ryzen 5800H. It's a way better deal in my opinion. I will not recommend the Ideapad because the Lenovo Legion 5 because of the i5 10500H. It's a very old CPU, and the CPU, I know it's 6 cores 12 threads, but it's only good for gaming. Otherwise the CPU is very lackluster. It has got very high power draw when you're doing regular tasks like web browsing and all those things. So poor battery life, and it overheats, and it's very weak compared to a Ryzen 5 4600H. I'll tell you something. If you compare the i5 10500H with the 4600H and you keep the 4600H laptop in battery power, right? You're not plugged in. It will still beat the Lenovo Legion 5's i5 10500H when the Lenovo is plugged in. So Intel plugged in versus Ryzen without plugging in, and the Ryzen will win comfortably. And if you plug the Ryzen in, it's almost like, let's say, almost like 40-50% faster than the i5 10500H. So there's a big difference. in terms of the CPU. And the Lenovo is providing you with a Ryzen 7 5800H 8 core 16 threads. So there's no competition. Shushmit Gupta asks, future of GTX 1650. It is dead. I always try to refrain from recommending people a GTX 650 if their budget is approaching 60k. If you are at around 55,000 rupees, then it's fine. But otherwise, I don't recommend. Watroof says, I've been looking for an RTX 3050 laptop under 75,000 rupees offline in Diwali sale. Which laptop should I prefer? Need performance graphically. You can get the Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 for 65,000 rupees and get another 8 gigabytes of RAM. This thing has the full wattage RTX 3050, so you don't have to worry about anything. And the CPU is plenty enough for gaming. Like it's like overkill for gaming. So yeah, 75,000 rupees, like you're having like a overkill budget for RTX 3050. If you really have 70,000 rupees, and I would say don't buy a 3050 laptop and don't spend 70,000 rupees. Just spend less than 70,000 rupees and get an RTX 3050 laptop and then stay with that. Melvin Matthew John says that Melvin Matthew John is asking about the Mi Pad 5. The Mi Pad 5 is amazing, guys. It is amazing. Yeah, you will not be able to get any kind of like ecosystem feature or anything like that, but it's a good tablet. It's got a 2K display, high refresh rate, 120 hertz, and it's got a Snapdragon 860. It's got I think 6 gigabytes of RAM, so it's really good. Just go for it. It's fine. It's a fine tablet. I feel the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite is that got refreshed, right? It's not enough of a refresh. It should have been it should have had like at least an OLED display or something like that. But otherwise, yeah. Shushmit Gupta says, future of RTX 3050. The future of RTX 3050 is still, I would say, I would say, 4 gigabytes of RAM. I know it is VRAM is not enough. I know that, but the fact is that it's due to the presence of DLSS, right? DLSS will help a lot. Actually, it will help a lot. And DLSS 2.0 is so good that you can easily use it at 1080p. So I know it's got 4 gigabytes of VRAM, but the problem with the GTX 650 is not because of the 4 gigabytes of VRAM. It's because the architecture itself is very old. It is a very old architecture, the GTX 1650. It was actually one of the when the GTX 650 actually came out, it was not well received. It received a lot of criticism. So the GTX 650 is actually outdated in terms of the technology and the feature set, and obviously 4 gigabytes of VRAM that's there. But yeah, the RTX 3050, I know in laptops it is gimped by Nvidia by only adding 4 gigabytes of VRAM, but it is still more future-proof than GTX 650 because of DLSS. So yeah, you can still be happy with the 3050 for the next, let's say, 2.5 years for sure. I mean, if you cannot buy a 3060, why would you waste your money on a 650, right? If you can afford 3050, then buy 3050. I know it's like choosing which poison to take, but it is what it is. I would still like force you, or I would say, guide you to purchase a 3050 over a GTX 650. So yeah. So I don't want to call your name. So H666. Actually, the Tab S6 Lite doesn't support external decks. It has decks built into the tablet, but it doesn't have like external deck support. So keep that in mind. My God, Bixby keeps turning on my tablet, man. Let me just switch screen. Let me go to the chat screen, right? TV official asks MSI Bravo 15 RX 5500M or Acer Nitro 5 11 Gen GTX 1650, which is best? MSI Bravo 15 is better, in my opinion. So yeah. So I'm coming to the bigger screen too again. So if you want to support the channel, then you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and if you want to purchase any of the items, you can purchase it from the affiliate links given in the description. That helps out the channel. And if you want to donate something to the channel, then you can do so through super chat is enabled. So if you wish to donate, then yeah, thank you so much. By the way, this is my new camera. I'm currently live streaming and using my Sony A6100 as a uh, camera. It's not set up correctly, like the shadows and all. It's kind of weird. But how is the quality? Looking good, right? Look at this. It's got autofocus and all that. Look at this. It's got autofocus. Just find it awesome right now. If I wanted to show something, I could just pull it up and show. That's cool, right? For Realme Buds Air 3, I have no idea. I'm so sorry, bro. Shubham. And the headphones you are using. So I am using the XA E900 headphones, and these are I got this as a review unit actually from XA. I did review it, and these were pretty good headphones. But the main reason I use this headphone is the awesome mic. Isn't the mic awesome? It's really clear. The mic is really clear. Plus the fan is on, and obviously I'm actually using NVIDIA RTX voice in the background to reduce the background noise, and I think it's working pretty well, right? What do you think? All right, let me go back to the screen. Okay, I got a comment from. So I got a comment from who is this? Okay, Sunsder Light. Is that how you say? How is the Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 Ryzen 7 5800H? It is the best laptop deal in the 2022 Big Billion Day sales. I would say it's the best deal. I was actually shocked to see a Ryzen 7 5800H already at this price range, and that too with a fully powered RTX 3050. That's an awesome deal, I would say. It's a really awesome deal, man. Today I ordered the Dell G15 5600H and RTX 3050. Fine, bro. It's fine. It's up to you to decide which you want to do. I can only guide, right? I am only a guide. I don't control what you purchase. Acer Aspire 7 or Victus 15? Manoj Kumar asks. So Victus 15 is better for gaming. That's for clear. Whereas the Acer Aspire 7. By the way, which version are you talking about, bro? Acer Aspire 7 with which processor? Intel 1240p? I'm kind of confused. If you can drop the full configuration once for the Acer Aspire 7, I can be clear. And also the Victus 15. Please drop its configuration. TB official says which RX 5500 is better than GTX 50. Yes, definitely. RX 5500 is faster than GTX 5050 for gaming. It's definitely better. I have the HP Pavilion Gaming 15 with the GTX 50, and I also have the HP Victus. It's my friend's HP Victus with the 5500M, and it's clearly better for gaming. Would you recommend Asus TUF A15 Ryzen 4800H? Yes, I will recommend that one. But are you talking about the RTX 3050 laptop? Then yeah, it's very good. You should go for it because of the big battery. That's a big advantage. By the way, ANC. I have a thought about ANC. Actually, I've never used ANC and I've never experienced ANC, but I kind of think about ANC as a feature that is, you know, kind of. I think it's like kind of what to say. I don't want to use the word overrated, but I would say it's like not as much needed in my opinion because I feel ANC is like a little bit dangerous for what we do in our lives here, especially in India, where we live in joint families and where we travel in the roads where there is a lot of traffic. Because I think ANC is a little bit uh, what to say. It can be a little bit detrimental, I think. So I'm kind of afraid of using buds with ANC. Maybe someone is calling for me and I'm not responding, or maybe I'm in danger and I'm not unable to hear. So that's what I fear sometimes actually. Sunster legit asks Lenovo Legion 5 with i5 10500H and RTX 3050, or to get the Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 with the Ryzen 7 5800H and RTX 3050. So the clear answer is Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 with Ryzen 7. It's the clear answer. Akash, why are there not much i5 11400 laptops? Yeah, that's true. I think they are being like I think Intel is not manufacturing any of those anymore. So I think they are getting I think the like whatever is available is being sold out, and then and I don't think so they are going to come back. Yeah, 11400 is actually a good CPU, but again, compared to Ryzen 5000, it requires more power. So it can only match the Ryzen 5 5600H when you are feeding it, like let's say, at any point of time, like 15 to 20 watts more. Then only it can match the Ryzen 5 5600H. And that's the main problem with the 11th gen of Intel. Okay, Shinoy asks, I want to make a purchase by tonight and I'm in a fix. Would HP Victus be the best one at 53,000 rupees price range? Yeah, if you have such a tight budget, then definitely the HP Victus will be the best because I prefer it over the MSI Brow 15 because of HP's better battery life and better ports. I'll tell you, at one point of time, you may need more than two displays at the same time, and HP Victus can do that. It can do two displays at the same time, right? And the HP Victus has bigger battery life, also better ports. So, and also, HP has a better after-sales service support compared to MSI in many cities. So I would pick the HP Victus. Melvin Matthew John, ANC is overrated in my opinion. Transparency mode is cool. Yeah, transparency mode is cool. That's cool. But it's also difficult to make good transparency, like a good transparency mode which doesn't sound unnatural. So I think Apple's AirPods are doing the best job in terms of transparency. Their audio quality of the AirPods is nothing special. In my opinion, the best truly wireless earbuds are from Samsung in terms of audio. Their Buds Plus, the Buds 2, and the new Buds that have came out, the Buds Pro 2 sound amazing. And one of the best channels for earbuds and reviews is Chronicles. So you can watch his channel, and he has said that the Buds Pro 2 are the best sounding truly wireless earbuds in the market at the moment. So when he has said it, there is no debate. Empress, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. Hazard, brother, you are the best tech reviewer in India. No cap. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. I'm flattered, man. I love when people praise like this. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shenoy asks, wobbling issue concerning on the Victus. No, it's not a concern. My friend is using a daily driver. It's his daily driver and he's using it thoroughly. So it's not an issue. Aryan says, I'm going off topic. You tried Elden Ring? I really haven't tried any games of late. I've been so busy with my office work and then my two YouTube channels. It's been very tough, and there's a lot of construction work and stuff going on in my house, which is why I'm unable to have a good resting session as well. But I will get into gaming. I'll try Halo Master Chief Collection. I purchased the game during the Steam sales, and I'll be playing that one, and probably be streaming that one. I'm planning to stream the games, guys. So yeah, I'll be playing Halo for the first time, believe it or not. What games do you prefer? Yeah, I actually like to prefer. I prefer playing FPS games, or fantasy FPS games. It doesn't have to be open world, but I do enjoy single player games like Horizon Zero Dawn, or let's say games like Metro. I love Metro series so much. I love games like the Bioshock series. I love those games. Games that are FPS based yet have a good narrative and a good RPG mechanic. Manoj Kumar says, yeah, the Acer Aspire dual gen config. Okay, so Manoj, if you are going to be gaming, then I would say go for the HP Victus if you are a gamer, right? But if you are also a gamer and like let's say you are less of a gamer and more of a content creator and you want to use a laptop more for content creation, like let's say video editing, streaming, or let's say you want to do some sort of video like 3D work, like 3D animations and all those things in Blender, then I would easily recommend you the Acer one, because the RTX 2050 destroys the GTX 650 in terms of video production or in productivity work. But since the HP Victus is a bigger laptop, the GTX 650 is a fully powered GTX 650, so it's better for gaming. So yeah, depending upon your choice, you can go for either of them. But if it was me, I would go for the RTX 2050 because I am more into content creation these days than gaming. So it's my choice. How is the battery life on the Ryzen 5 and 3050 that I'm ordering Ideapad? Ryzen 7, I guess you're ordering, right? I don't think you're ordering the Ryzen 5 version. So yeah, it's like I remember watching Jared's video, and he was able to get like 5 hours of battery life on it, 5 to 6 hours. So I've been telling it multiple times, guys. Even if you have a great battery, if you have a big battery on your laptop, you may still get poor battery life. The main problem is Windows and the bloatware from the manufacturer. So you have to optimize your laptop. So if you're able to optimize Windows, if you're able to reduce CPU usage during idle tasks, you are going to get a decent battery life. Let's say like 4.5 hours. You can get, like, if you give me the Ideapad, I will be able to get 4.5 hours of battery life out of the Ideapad. I'm sure about it. So yeah, it's all about optimizing Windows. So if you're able to optimize your Windows setup, you will get good battery life. Good, I mean, with the Ideapad, you should get like 4.5 hours of battery life. Good headphones under 5,000 rupees. Oh my god, I haven't looked at those for such a long time. Uh, Cannot say for sure, but I recommend you to go for Corsair headphones. So Corsair HS50 Pro, I think so, is available, or the Logitech. Not the Logitech. I would say go for the Corsair HS50 Pro, or you can go for something like HyperX, whatever HyperX headphone is available around the 5,000 rupees price range. Go for those. Do you use this as a student? I'm worried about Lenovo Ideapad R7 battery life. So see, what do you want? If you want good battery life and also good performance, you can get the where is that? The Asus TUF Gaming A15. It's got a massive 40. It's got a massive 90 watt hour battery. So you have to pay for the battery life. Battery life is coming at a premium. If you have a SBI credit card, then you can get extra discount on top of it, and that will bring the price down. But again, you can get good battery life if you're able to optimize Windows. I'm telling you. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm gonna go to the. I'm still available. I'm just looking at something. Just a second. I'm still available. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Melvin Matthew, any word on extended warranties? I really don't know about warranty actually. Normally what happens that after you purchase a laptop, you can register it to the company website, and the company website will actually give you some options for extended warranty. Uh, within the, let's say, I think within the first 30 days or something, you can get that. But I don't know about buying a warranty online. So yeah. Okay, what are the next questions? Bro, near my place there is no service center of MSI. So instead of MSI, I would advise the Night 5, whether it is worth it. Why don't you go for the HP Victus? You can go for the HP Victus. The Nitro 5 is also good. Yeah, definitely good. But you can go for the HP Victus, right? You can go for the HP Victus. That is also a good laptop, and you have better performance at GTX 650. So Aryan says, hands down, this is the most productive live chat ever. All our problems, issues are discussed extensively. Thanks, buddy, while you're answering the repeated questions that you are not related. Thanks, buddy. No problem. I'm here, man. Yeah, I really love doing this. I love interacting with people like this. I just finished my office, I think about an hour and a half ago. So I love doing these interactions. I would love if more people join actually from next time. But yeah, it was a sudden live stream. So from next time, I'll be telling people when I'll be coming live, and hopefully more people will join. And yeah, I really love talking with you guys and interacting with you guys. Actually, I had a big Discord group. Over 1,000 members were there, like nearly 1,000 members were there. And there used to be it was really active. A lot of people used to discuss a lot of things, but it went out of hand. A couple of few people started doing, started misbehaving in the chat and the group, and yeah, I couldn't manage. I finally had to close the group. I started doing my job and all those things. So yeah, I couldn't manage it. But I love doing these live streams and helping people out. Shinoy says Acer Victus will come with 60 hertz refresh. No, that's not a hassle. That is not a hassle, bro. I've been using 60 hertz displays for such a long time. You ask Mac users, the people those who use Mac OS, they have been stuck on 60 hertz since such a long time. So 60 hertz is fine, bro. If you are not a competitive esports gamer, then it's fine. 60 hertz is fine. Shinoy said, what do you have 60 hertz? It depends. If you really value 144 is that much, then if you can extend your budget to 59K, then you can go for it. Although I must say, if you are a gamer, right? If you are a gamer and you have only a budget of 59K, then I can suggest you this particular Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 with the Core i5 11 Gen and RTX 3050. You can go for this one if you wish to. If you wish to game, this one has a 120 Hz display. So yeah, it's also got a fully powered RTX 3050. It will be much faster than the Victus and the Lenovo and the HP, Victus and the Acer Nitro 5 that you're going for in terms of gaming. Okay, extended warranty for 99 rupees. Yeah, it's just 99 rupees. I think you can go for it. I think it's third party. I think it's third party people who will like help you service your laptop. That's what it is. If I choose to go with HP Victus Ryzen 52K, should I extend budget? Yeah, I have answered this question already. Rahul Kumar asks, HP Pavilion, Ryzen 50th generation, Gaming 3, which one is better in terms of port selection, battery build quality, and all those things? Okay. So, can you add secondary display to these using Type-C port? No, you cannot. The Type-C ports in both of these laptops don't have display port support. Okay. Um, if you go for the HP Victus, then you will get the Type-C DisplayPort support. So in terms of battery, HP Pavilion is better. In terms of ports, I would say the Ideapad is better. So that it is. I think the Ideapad doesn't have a full-size SD card slot. But other than that, the Ideapad has better ports. Suggest a good laptop for coding or its specifications. Tixon Thomas, I would say you can save some money and buy the Acer Aspire 5 i5 12 Gen 1240p for coding and productivity workload. Bro, in HP Victus, screen wobbling problem is there. No, I don't consider it as a problem. If you consider it as a problem, then it is up to you. But I have used it, and it's my friend's daily driver laptop. He uses it every day, so it's not a concern for either of us. Aryan, I have a suggestion. Can you make a discussion group in Telegram? Yes, definitely. I want to make this Telegram group, but I need to understand how you can like manage the group. Like I had a Discord group, right? I said I had a big Discord group. If you go back to my old videos, let's say like 7-8 months ago, you see I had a Discord link on my channel, and a lot of people were there, and a lot of discussions used to happen. It was a really great time during the lockdown. But at one point of time, I was not able to give time. My friends were again going like busy with the jobs. I was busy with my job, and then the group became unruly. A lot of guys entered, and they were like messing up the group discussion. They were like causing a lot of toxicity, and it was like it was a dumpster fire. And so finally, I had to close the group. So I do want to make such a Telegram group which is easier to manage. Alright guys, if you are new to the channel, then please consider subscribing to the channel, guys, if you're new. And if you're coming to the stream, do hit the like button. And yeah, if you wish to donate to the channel, then consider purchasing any of the laptops from the link in the description, or you can simply donate to me via super chat if you want to. So yeah. I'm going with HP Pavilion Gaming. So I don't money for perhaps very high budget. Mihir Shrivastava. I am seeing this particular need for a long time right now. So I'm seeing a lot of people want the laptops for machine learning, deep learning, and all those things. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to make deep learning models yourself, because most people these days, they use pre-model, like pre-rendered models. So pre-trained model, that's what I should use. But if you are really into, deep learning and all that, and you don't have a big budget, then just go for this particular laptop, the Acer Aspire 5. It has got a Core i5 12th generation, 1240p, which has got total 14, total 12 cores when you count the P cores and the E cores together. It's got an RTX 2050, which has dedicated tensor cores for dedicated AI and machine learning processing. So why won't you go for this laptop? It's a far better choice for your needs. It's got tensor core. It's got the same number. It's basically an RTX 3050, but a lower bandwidth version. So the bandwidth is like half, 64-bit bandwidth. Just it's very little bit bandwidth, but it's got the tensor cores, it's got the RT cores, and it's got 2048 CUDA cores. So it's very good for your productivity needs. So I don't know why are people not considering this laptop. I think people don't know about it, but I would say go for the Acer Aspire 5. What is your budget, by the way? I think if you can afford 50,000 rupees, I think you should try to gather some SBI card, put some discount on this laptop, and get this laptop. By the way, I want to tell one thing. This particular Acer Aspire 5 has Thunderbolt 4 port, which means in the future, if you want, you can add another, external GPU to this laptop. So basically, you have future proofing with this laptop in terms of the GPU as well, because you can associate, like you can connect an external GPU using Thunderbolt 4. So you have an RTX 2050 for your machine learning and deep learning applications. You have a 12 gen processor for, if you are into Premiere Pro and all those things, and Thunderbolt 4 Pro is also there. So I think for 50,000 rupees, it's a great choice for productivity users. I think people are missing a trick. I think this laptop is going under the radar. This thing is something that I would highly recommend for your needs. Shinoy, Vivobook S14 OLED. I think if you want a really good display, an OLED display, then it's fine. But otherwise, the Victus is more, it's more versatile, obviously. Can you make a tutorial to maximize battery life on Windows laptop to use like YouTube web browsing? You can check out my video. So you can check out this particular video. Let me just show you. Okay, let me just switch my screen. That would be easier for you guys to see. Yeah, you can come ahead. Let me just go to my channel. So you can actually take a look at this particular video, how to increase battery life in gaming laptops. Consider watching this video. I have taught you how you can actually diagnose if your system is using more resources than needed, if it is using more CPU when it shouldn't. When you're watching YouTube, right, it shouldn't use like 15% of your CPU, but if it is using, how you can check it and how you can eliminate that one. So this video will help you increase battery life of your gaming laptop. Just watch this video. It's a little long video, but it will be very beneficial for you to increase your battery life of your gaming laptop. My friend has bought the Asus Vivobook Pro 14 with R7 3050 78K. Yep, that's good, bro. I know a lot of people are little concerned about OLED burn-in, but I think in my experience, new OLED laptops that I have used, like my that my known persons or people are using, they haven't yet noticed a burn-in. But it is possible that you may get a poor panel. You may fail the panel lottery, and you may suffer from burn-in. So I would say try to use it a little bit carefully. Take care of the laptop's display, because it's an OLED display. As good as it still has that you know a chance of having a burn-in. So yeah. Shinoy, damn, now I have dilemma of Acer Aspire 5 and HP Victus in same pricing. There is no dilemma, bro. The HP Victus, right, with the RX 5500M is primarily recommended if you are a gamer. Then you go for the HP Victus. However, if you're not primarily a gamer, if you are a light casual gamer, right, and you are more into productivity and applications which require more GPU horsepower from, let's say, like tensor cores, AI, ML, and all those things, then the Acer Aspire 5 is a very easy choice. The HP Victus is highly recommended for people who are in a very tight budget and want a solid gaming laptop. That's when I recommend the HP Victus. Vishal, after sale service of Kolkata of Lenovo in Kolkata. So I have experienced after sale service of Asus, not Asus, of Acer, solid. HP, extremely solid. I have experienced after sale service of Lenovo in Siliguri, but I haven't experienced that in Kolkata. So if it is good in Siliguri, it should be pretty good in Kolkata as well. So I think it should be fine. Oh, okay. So you have a budget of you have a very tight budget. Yeah. Then sure. Then sure, Mihir, you can go for whatever is in your budget. That's fine. I think Mihir, you are looking for GTX 1650. Yeah, then I would say go for the GTX 1650, because if you want to use something like TensorFlow, right? TensorFlow, like the official GPU implementation for TensorFlow, is still only supported on NVIDIA. You can still use it on Radeon GPUs, but it is very cumbersome. So yeah, I would still say, yeah, it's fine. You can go for the GTX 650 laptop. Alright guys, I won't be here for long anymore. I think I will stop the stream at around 9 p.m. Yeah, it wasn't a very heavy crowded stream, but it was decent. What do you think? By the way, guys, what phones do you guys use? Like, what is the cell phone that you use? I use a Galaxy S20 FE 5G. What do you guys use? Sleek look of Victus compared to Acer Aspire 5. Shanoy, I think the Acer Aspire 5 is the one that is sleek. The H Victus is a big laptop. It's actually a pretty big laptop. Not, I mean, not enormous like a 17-inch laptop, but actually it's pretty big. 16-inch display, right? The Acer Aspire 5 is actually a lot more sleeker than the H Victus. So yeah. What's on the i7 11800H Acer Predator RTX 3060? Not a fan. Not a fan. The reason is the i7 11800H is, it is very inefficient. So I'll tell you, if you compare the Ryzen 7 5800H and the i7 11800H, then the Ryzen 7 5800H will beat the i7 11800H in most applications, as long as the TDP is around, reasonable TDP, let's say 55-60 watts. The i7 11800H will match and beat the Ryzen 7 5800H only when you feed a lot more power. Let's say you are keeping the Ryzen 7 at around 55-60 watts and you're feeding 75 watts to the i7 11800H, and that's when the i7 11800H is slightly faster than the 5800H. Otherwise, the 5800H is significantly faster the 11800H. So let's say you are using your laptop and you want to conserve battery life, and you put your laptop in power saver mode, it will reduce the power to the CPU, but the CPU's performance will still be really good because the Ryzen doesn't need as much power as Intel to do its tasks. uh, the CPU power draw will drop. You'll get longer battery life, but the performance will still be good. So that's why you are getting a number of Ryzen 7 5800H with RTX 3060 laptops in the same price range. So I would recommend you to go for those. Like you have the Ideapad Gaming 3, right? And you also have the Asus TUF A15, both having Ryzen 5800H RTX 3060s. One is having a large battery and a normal display, while the other one is having a small battery and a great display. So I think both of these options are better than the Predator with the i7 800H. Shenoy is using the M51 packing 7000 milliamp hour battery. I remember the M51 was one of Samsung's best phones in terms of price to performance and the features that it brought in that price. And because Samsung phones used to be quite pricey and their mid-range options were really bad. So the M51 started the trend, and then the M52 was quite good, and then the M53 is really bad again. So I don't know what Samsung is doing. You can also send the affiliate link of HP Victus and I can buy it through that. Shenoy, the link is in the description, bro. The link is in. So if you just go to the link, right, and you just scroll down the video, the YouTube video, and you will find the Victus link in script. Thank you so much for considering to purchase it from my affiliate link. Thank you so much. Just scroll down in the description. You will find the link in the description. Vishvesh asks whether to expect Windows 11 or Windows 10 out of the HP Victus, right? I think it will come out with Windows 11. I think so. Because these days laptops are being updated and the updated version is being sold. But if you want, you can downgrade to Windows 10. It's very simple. It's not that easy. It's not that difficult, I want to say. Any laptop that has already been used for, like, that has already support for Windows 10, you can go back to Windows 10, and I recommend to go back to Windows 10. I don't like Windows 11 at all, actually. Aryan, me as a broke college student is struggling. Just broke student is struggling these days. Is using my almost 3-year-old Xiaomi Note 7s, and have to say it has really performed much better than I expected before buying it. So Aryan, let me tell you the same. It's the same case for me. I was before purchasing this S20 A5G. I was using the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1, the 4GB 64GB model, and I remember that phone was an absolute smash hit. Actually, my father used it. I used to use it. My uncle uses it. My maternal uncle also uses it, and a bunch of my friends used it. So it was a really popular laptop. It was a solid stock Android phone. Phone. It was a solid stock Android phone with Snapdragon 636 and big 5000 mAh battery with decent speakers. So yeah, good times. I remember using so many custom ROMs on that phone, and I used to use. And I remember the camera was really bad, so I actually unlocked the bootloader on day one. Like, I took out the phone from the box, I unlocked the bootloader, and I enabled camera to API and installed the Gcam mod. And Gcam mod was so amazing on that phone. All of us use it. Even my uncles use Gcam mod. They don't understand what's Gcam mod, but I have used that. But I have like installed that as a default camera. So yeah, the Zenfone Max Pro M1, man, it was amazing. We have Yeah, I can relate with you. I can relate with you. Even your Note 7 is fine if you like install a custom ROM on it, like let's say a Google Pixel Experience ROM. I think it'll be fine. Are external SSDs good? Target log. Yes, external SSDs are good. Actually, I'm planning to purchase an external SSD in the future for my games. All the games will be stored in that SSD, and I can just take it anywhere and I can plug it and I can just play the games. So yeah. Manoj Kumar, thanks for clarifying. I'm peaceful. I'll peaceful buy Acer Aspire 5. Yeah, even I would buy the Acer Aspire 5 because I am more of a like a, let's say I am I have very mixed users. I play games lesser compared to doing video editing work, and the RTX 2050 is amazing for video editing because of the tensor cores and also the Intel processor. So Sudeep TL is asked the difference between RTX 2050 and 3050. So the RTX 3050 is so the RTX 2050 is actually a lower powered version and a lower memory bandwidth version of the RTX 3050. They actually have the same number of CUDA cores, the same number of tensor cores, the same number of RT cores, but the power draw is much lower for the RTX 2050, and the memory bandwidth is just 64 bits. So that's very very little bit of a memory bandwidth, and that's why the 3050 is much faster than the 2050 in terms of gaming. But in terms of productivity, they are both quite similar. But I would say 45 watt RTX 2050 is actually decent. It's actually about on average 10 to 15 FPS faster than a 50 watt GTX 650. But again, a 35 watt RTX 2050 is not guaranteed to beat a 650. It is mostly close, but sometimes it loses, sometimes it beats. So depending on that. Mihir Srivastava asks, Sir, are you data scientist? I wish I was, bro. I was quite interested in this data scientist thing, but I think it's beyond my abilities and potential, I guess. Requires a lot of, if you really want to be a data scientist, you have to invest a lot of time into statistics first. You have to you cannot just, download a course and, just go into a boot camp and learn data science. It's not that easy. So there is my one of my friends is there who is a data scientist. She actually did uh, I think she did she did the undergraduate honors BSc honors in statistics, and then she did her MSc in data science. So it's an amazing profession, highly demanded profession. But yeah, if you can, yeah, if you have time to invest in it, then sure, go ahead. Target locked, please answer I have said you right. The SSD, external SSD is fine. If you have a USB 3.1 Gen 2 or 3.1 Gen 1 port, if you have a decent external SSD, you can use it, no problem. I actually plan to purchase a basic, 1 terabyte SATA SSD and using a Type C to SATA converter dongle to use it as an external drive, because these external drives are a little bit expensive. So I'm just trying to purchase a regular normal SATA 3 SSD and then using a SATA to USB-C converter to use it. You will still get like 200 megabytes per second write and like 350 plus megabytes per second read. So that's like fine for gaming. That's plenty fine for gaming compared to a hard disk. A hard disk does like, let's say, 100 megabytes per second read write. So SSD will be like 2 3 times faster. Shinoy asks between 11400 and Victus. I would still go for the Victus because the 5600 is significantly more power efficient and the battery is much bigger. So you will have a great experience with the laptop, overall experience. The laptop will be fast. Even when you use the laptop in battery, it will be still fast. And also the power draw will be low. And since it has a big battery, it will have a longer battery life. So it's the overall laptop experience will be better with the Victus. What is the TGP output of the RTX 3050 Acer Aspire? It is actually 75 watts. So 60 watts is usual, but it almost always uses 70 watts and more. So it's, you can say 75 watts, 60 plus 15 watts. So it's a 75 watt RTX 3050. Since all the games you will be playing in high settings, so the GPU will be using the extra 15 watts and you'll be using like about 70 75 watts for the 3050 on the 3050. Yeah, H666. It is not using the 95 watt, 85 watt actually. The Acer Aspire 5 is using the Acer Nitro is using 75 watt 3050. 85 watt 3050 you will find in the Dell G15, and you will find it in the uh, in the Lenovo Ideapad R3. H666. It's not 10 to 20 FPS, bro. Yeah, it's more like 10 to 12 FPS. Like I would say 7, like 8 to 12 FPS. If you are considering 20 FPS, maybe it's like 150 FPS versus 180 FPS. So that's the difference. It's not like 50 FPS versus 60 FPS. It's not like that. Okay. So 10 to 12 FPS in the higher range, in the upper range, like 110 versus 120 FPS, or 120 FPS versus 150 FPS. 130 fps, so it's like that in the upper range, not in the lower range. You do the 75 watt 3050 won't give you it won't give you like a big difference versus a 95 watt 3050 when it comes to the, let's say, one is getting 50 fps and the other is 60 fps. That's not going to happen. It's more like 50 versus 53 54 fps. It's not that big. The difference starts to become big when you go for bigger like higher power draw GPUs like 3060 and above. So there, like, even the 3060 is fine. The RTX 3070 and above can have a big difference when you have a big difference in power draw, because those GPUs actually need lots of power to perform. All right, guys, last 4 minutes are left. I would like to take the time to thank you so much. Let me just switch my screen. Yeah. So yeah, 4 minutes are left. I will be stopping the stream at I'll be stopping the stream at 9. So thank you so much for joining, guys. It's been a really good stream. Not a lot of people have joined, but whoever have joined, the interaction has been good. Hope I have been able to help you out with your decisions. Do let me know if you want me to come again. I might come again in these few days again, while the sales are still active. And yeah, it's been great. Again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like the stream, and if you want to support the channel, then consider purchasing laptops or any items from the links in the description. They help out the channel a lot. And if you want to donate to the channel, then you have super chat. You may super chat. So yeah, last few questions coming up. Let's see, what do we have over here. Sudeep, I am not sure about the 3050 model of the Acer Aspire 7, but I don't think it's a lot. I think it's around 50 watts only, because the power adapter I think is the same. So yeah. Melvin Matthew John, great stream by the way, never stuck around the entire time. Thank you so much, bro. I try to provide you with the best quality and the best suggestions. Yeah, I'm not a salesman. I'm just not the guy just like you guys, middle class, trying hard and saving a lot to purchase an item. So I can relate to you guys quite well, and that's why I try to provide you with the best value for money items. So yeah. 200 rupees mouse. I'm not sure, Hyperbonic. Sorry, Hypernovic. Sorry. 200 rupees mouse. I'm not sure about it. I don't know. Shano, I thank you. You are a blessing today. No problem, bro. No problem. Welcome. Sriram, Ish Victor, City 100M, great deal at 50k. Definitely. Awesome deal at 50k. Definitely go for it. Mihir Srivastava says, amount of knowledge that we all have got today is pretty good. So no need to call me sir. You can just call me Diptesh, bro. We are just, I am assuming we are all the same age, right? I think you guys are either in college or you're just, you've graduated and doing some jobs and all those things. So yeah, it's not a big difference. I might be too old, I guess, 25 years old. I don't look 25, but I am 25. Thoughts on Asus Vivobook older series laptops? I'm confused between AMD and Intel. So if it's AMD Ryzen 3000 series, then go for the Intel version. If it is Intel 11 Gen, then go for the Intel 11 Gen, right? Yeah. Don't go for Ryzen 3000 series. It's too old now. If it is Ryzen 4000 versus Intel 11 Gen, then buy the 4000 series, 6 cores, right? And if it is depending upon the cores, you can go for the 46 like 4000 series or the 11 series. So if Intel is having more cores, then go for the Intel version. If AMD is having more cores, go for the AMD version. That's all. Aryan, hope you come live soon. Yes, I'll definitely come again, bro. It's just that things are getting arranged at my house. So once everything is set up right, I'll be coming again. When you are coming live again, I'll tell you guys. Don't worry. Keep an eye on the community tab. I'll be posting there. Also join the Telegram channel that is linked in the description. I'll be posting there whenever I go live or whenever I find new deals. So don't worry, I'll be coming live again. I'll be making more videos, guys. Don't worry. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and joining the stream. It's quite late now. It's 9 p.m. Time for dinner, I guess, for you guys. And thank you so much. I'll catch you. Right. Anything else? No, that's all. So I'll be coming again, making another video. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, anytime soon. I'll be dropping it in the comments in the community tab to alert you guys, and also in the Telegram channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Good night.